Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today, we are taking a look at kind of the new map that we are going to be sitting here and... Oh, forgot to start recording, but that's okay. But today we're going to be looking at the map that we're going to be kind of starting off for our community server going off here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that all of you are here to kind of explore this with me, and we're going to kind of go over a few things, and we'll kind of see how things go from there. Kind of some objectives I would like to do today is I would like to maybe get a drop pod kind of designed. Ooh, that's a little loud. I'm going to have to lower my music a bit. It's loud on my end. I'm not sure about you guys. All right, there we go. So, objectives for today, we are going to be taking a look at the world that we're going to be setting up for the server. And second is I would like to design a drop pod because the standard Space Engineers drop pod will not work for what we got going on. So, without further ado, welcome to the water world. Now, as you can probably tell, one of the first things we can see is we have the water mod enabled in this world. So that's going to provide some of its own challenges that we're going to have to kind of design around. But the other thing is this world isn't exactly called the water world without any, it's called that for a good reason. And that is mainly because if I zoom out here, this planet is about 90% ice and water. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be opening this world up for everyone to play in, and we're going to kind of see how things go. Another kind of big factor of this world is like 4 times the size of your standard Space Engineers 120 kilometer diameter world. It's like, no, actually, I think I just multiplied it times 4, and that's kind of where we came up with it from. So with that, we're going to let's kind of take a quick look at the ground and kind of go over a few things. So one of the first things that I want to kind of work with on this world is I'm limiting everyone to this singular planet. So that means no real space travel, which is, fine. You can have a whole lot of people playing on a single world and not have any of them bump into each other. So I'm not too worried about that. The second is we got some mods here that I think, and if you've played with some of them, you've already probably noticed that we have a wind speed gauge, which means we have aerodynamics turned on. So with that kind of taken into account, let's kind of do some kind of general exploration world. I'm going to drop a ship in, or actually in this case, I'm going to drop a rover in, and we're going to kind of take a drive as we kind of go through some of this. You know what? Let's do the one... do my Pertam crawler. I know. Some blocks aren't available. But that's okay. I'm going to drop this right here. I'm going to hop in here, and I'm just going to kind of get this thing kind of going in a singular direction, and we will kind of go from there. There we go. Wheels. Propulsion override. Right. We should just drive from here. All right. So, a couple of the big things that I wanted for this is I wanted a world that one, kind of was challenging and decided to throw some kind of water in here. Two, the reason why I chose a large grid rover is I want to show that the water, while yes, it's here and it's fairly, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's fairly deep. It only goes down a few meters. So it really makes kind of the challenge of large grid ships a little difficult. Not impossible, just difficult. So there's going to be a lot of small grid ships. These large grid rovers can, here, we'll kind of dip down into here. Like, this is kind of a shallow part. We're only going about 2 meters deep, and I think at its deepest we're going about 20 meters deep. So it's going to be kind of a real interesting kind of see how people design and build their bases and or their ships to kind of around that. Kind of mixed in with that, like I said, we have the aerodynamics mod, which means if you want, you can build an airplane. And I fully encourage it. As a matter of fact, building standard ships in this is going to be a little more difficult, unless you know what you're doing. And lastly, I added, just to kind of help everyone with the hovercraft shenanigans, I also decided to throw on the hover engine mod. Why? Because I think it will be fun. So, with all of that going forward, and if you're still here, kind of like, what kind of fun things would you like to see in kind of a Waterworld type survival in Space Engineers? I'm kind of opening that up to you guys because essentially once I've set this world up, it's going to be going for a live server in which everyone is welcome to join and welcome to play, and we'll kind of go from there. Nope, looks like we're not traveling very far. I wonder what's going on here. Oh, I see what's going on. Didn't quite get all of my wheels on for the propulsion override. Alright, so let's see. Yep, there we go. We got some motion, we got some travel. We're good to go. Alright, so just kind of a few other things kind of going from here that I kind of want to address when it kind of comes to getting this server up and going is I don't entirely know what my overall goal will be for the server. I figured I could either do like a travel or just like a general survival and just kind of sit here and kind of go. So with that, also in terms of like kind of what mods or what kind of styles do you want to kind of sit here and see, kind of where do you think my overall goal should be? I just kind of created the world, and I feel the objectives will just kind of open up over time. I will note I am probably not going to be circumferencing the entire globe. That will take a lot of travel time and not be nearly as fun. So while we kind of sit here and see how far this guy gets going, we're going to go up into space. I'm going to teleport back up over here. And we're going to go ahead and let's kind of get started with figuring out our drop pod. All right. Nope, there we go. There's our planet. Let's start with a couple of things here. Primarily, let's start with probably our cockpit. We'll do... Should we do the flush cockpit? Yeah, we'll throw the flush cockpit down. I might swap that out for a different one. We'll see. We will see. Let's go ahead and... We know we are going to need a survival kit. We will need a probably an H2O2 generator. We'll just go ahead and do with the basic one. We'll probably need some sort of power generation, so let's do an engine because we'll be good on this. We'll do an engine, and we will do. I'll need a collector. And we'll probably go ahead and need some general blocks. We'll kind of shape it out with some square blocks starting off. So first thing I feel like we're going to need is some way to kind of keep this guy afloat. And if I remember correctly on how this mod works, we pretty much need to create like air tanks to kind of displace some of the water. So what I'm going to do for now, and I'll probably sit here and we'll go through and clean them up a little nicer. We'll just kind of give ourselves some giant pontoon looking things. We'll go back about 15 blocks. I don't think we'll need all 15 blocks, but for now we'll just go back about 15. And I'll probably round them off here once we kind of get our general shape up and going. Yeah. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want those right there. I want those lower. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and delete that. Delete that. So we're going to go here. We'll go down. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. We'll kind of make it more rectangular, actually. So, and we'll still go back about 15 blocks. And like I said, we'll probably end up cutting those a little bit short. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's kind of what the shape will probably go towards. And now, let's see. I know we're going to need probably right off the bat. Let's get our survival kit ready because that's going to be... Oof. Yeah, that's going to be problematic. I might have to go lower than that with the pontoons. I'll just do this first. Let's worry about the basics, and then we'll get the pontoons on. Alright, survival kit. We'll need our... I think I'm going to need a conveyor connector here. Or not a conveyor. Yeah, a conveyor junction. So let's go ahead and grab a conveyor junction. Right there. We'll need our collector facing down, because what we'll need is our collector facing down into the water. And that's what's going to pull the hydrogen into our H2O2 generator, which will be our number 3. All right. And then we just will need to figure out where we're sticking our engine on this thing. I could do it a little bit more forward. I'm not looking for pretty at the moment. We're just kind of getting our general shape right now, and then we'll make it pretty after that. Heck, maybe not even a general shape, just a shape. I guess small engines only, so I could probably stick. Take that off there. Run that like that. And we could probably just run our engine kind of off the back here. Yeah. I mean, it's not pretty, but we can make it work. So let's go ahead and okay, well, what do we want to do here? I could probably stick some of my essential, like my gyros. No, I don't want my gyros all the way back. I want them more towards the middle. I'll just do a regular gyro because I don't. Oh, I know what we can do. We can throw some blocks up in here. 1, 2, true. Get some of our gonna make that look like it's being supported by that. Throw some more angled blocks there. And then let's see. Let's go ahead and add. Yeah. We'll sneak our gyroscope into here because we'll need that. And then we'll need a propeller or some kind of way to push the ship along. And I feel like you're going to be below the water line, so we'll kind of pop you out. Throw you over there. I'll throw you guys right here. So we don't have any side-to-side propellers, but we do have front and back propellers. So I'm not sure how that's going to like translate for movement. We'll kind of sit here and see if I need to add others. And those might not be a permanent location for that. All right, so now back to, I believe, kind of the rough pontoon location. Probably go like down there 1, 2. Oh, you know what? I want a platform of some kind first. We'll go 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. Why not? Gonna grab some heavy armor, some armor right here. Not heavy armor, regular armor. Regular armor. There. There. And 1, 2, 3. No, I want to. Okay, so we can't have that there. Put that there. Throw those right there. Yeah. Throw an angled one right there. Throw an angled one right there. And this works because now they both connect to that guy right, to a single port, so I can actually get vents in here. Because so our goal is right now when we're building these ships, and if I like I said, if I remember correctly, is we have to have like a air pocket for it to work properly. So in theory, if I close these off and make them airtight, I'm not sure if it matters whether or not if I'm using half blocks or full blocks. I guess that's something I'll have to kind of test to figure out. So we'll throw that right there. Like that. And then I guess we'll throw that right there. Is it pretty? No, it's not designed to be pretty. Hopefully, what it's going to do is I'm going to copy this. Let's actually kind of name this guy. You know what? I told somebody the next time I make a ship, it's going to be called the Yellow Submarine. Even though it's not really a submarine. Virtual Nazgul got this game yesterday on console. Been using your guys to get a better understanding, and they've helped. My next stop is getting a mouse and keyboard. You know, buddy, for you console warriors out there, mad props to you guys. Absolutely. And I do highly suggest getting a mouse and keyboard. I believe there's a couple of other guys that normally frequent my videos that also use consoles, and that's how they play. So definitely a necessity for space engineers on the console. All right, so I'm not going to do any more detailing right now. What I am going to do is we're going to head back to the planet, plop this guy down in water, and see if she floats. I'm gonna have to fall a little bit. I'm a little too high here. All right. Boop. I hope this works. Hey, there we go, guys. Look at that. We have a ship. Doesn't float super well, and I don't imagine because it's kind of a little off balance, but it's okay. We could fix balancing. I feel like what we do need to... oh, look, fish. That's not too bad. We'll need to probably adjust... Oh, you know, my depth's off. I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to fix the depth. But that's okay. So, but our ship works, which is great. Now, I think, honestly, I want to try something. If I take my air vents here, turn on depressurizing, I should start sinking. I think. And that H2O2 generator. Inventory. Yep, you can see our collector's collecting ice. It's not making its way to the H2O2 generator. Which means we have a problem with that. Alright. But that's okay. That's okay. We got this. We got this. Alright, let's go up to my entities. Go back to the yellow sub. Teleport here. Alright, so two things we noted. It definitely, I feel like, needs a little bit more power. And two, we need to figure out why we're not getting ice to our generator. So if I go to, and I'm curious, if I go to, because we're using build info, /BI space CN, that should pull up our conveyor network, and that's our problem right there. Okay. So what we're going to do is maybe delete these two. And then go back to my collector. That should be, yep, that's all connected now. And then we'll go ahead and kind of clean up this area right here. We'll add a 3x3 by 1 ship propeller. Throw that down there. Oh, yep, I know. Throw an angled guy there. Get this guy and just throw an angled guy right up there. Right, we know that we were a little off balance, so let's go ahead and oh, you know what? Nope. Let's go back to mirror mode. Oh, it's gonna make me do this. Yeah, we'll throw that up 10 more blocks. It'll give us a lot more kind of a... Should give us a little bit more flotation in that direction. I'll have to kind of like... Why do I feel like I'm building like a something that would be in like Hydro Thunder? It's an old game for some of us older folk. Nope, nope, nope. You there. Don't want you there. We'll throw you there. Alright. Nope. I don't like the looks of that. Not at all. It's a bit better, but we'll see. I'm not sold on the shape, but at least we know that in theory this works. I do need to come back into here and we'll need to keep that like that. We'll throw that guy right there, and oh, I know what we can do. Maybe not like right there for that. Let's do... Yeah. Do some forward and reverse ones, and I might make that a little bit more odd, and sloppy skin one, yes. Like I said earlier, the guys that sit here and play this game with a controller, you guys, my hat's off to you guys, but I highly suggest, no matter what version of the game that you are playing, yes, mouse and keyboard. Alright. So we got that, we'll throw another gyro down, and let's go ahead and give this guy another test. Oh yeah, I'll probably also need to add some oh, what is it? I'll need to add some sort of parachute. That's probably useful. All right. Might need to add, Alright, so now we're a little heavy. Alright, alright. I see where we're at. How much are we? We're what? 33,000 kilograms and climbing? Alright. It's probably the ice that's weighing us down. Oh, no, we're floating now. Do I just need to, Yep, nope, we're on the ground now. Alright. So now we're too heavy. So let's go back up to here. How can we shave some weight? Well, should be able to shave some weight with swapping out some of these guys with some armor panels. We'll keep the ends full, because that's going to kind of help us with our shape. And I'll keep you guys up to there. To there. Kind of throw. I may need to add another. It is possible I may need to also add another. I can get rid of you guys as well. Another pontoon, a little air gap here. Well, you know what? I'm just going to do that right there as well. Throw these guys up here. How did I do that over there? So, oh, it looks like I copied there. So, can I do that? All right. So, what are we at now? Still about that much, and I'm wondering if it's the hydrogen that's sitting here that's causing us. So let's sit here. How would I go about doing this? Alright. I'm going to copy this. All right. Let's throw some hydrogen tanks here. I'm honestly not too worried about balance of having this many hydrogen tanks when, you know, all of the ships are going to be built on just floating pools of hydrogen. Plus, I think if I stockpile off. Ooh. How do I empty these? Nope, I'm not liking that. All right. Yeah, because no, now we're heavier. All right, back to the drawing board. All right, so we know we're going to need some tanks, some sort of tanks. Let's do... let's lay out a couple of things here. I guess I know what we'll do. Let's see how things float in the water. I think that's going to be our first thing. Because like I said, these tanks are very heavy. However, they float, they float. Alright. So let's go ahead. We'll throw a battery on there. And an H2O2 generator. Oh, nope, nope. That and an H2O2 generator on here. Let's see what our tank looks like. %. Oh, you know what helps? If I get my H2O2 generator like actually on. All right, so it's going to be full in 3 minutes, and I don't think it's going to float. I don't. As a matter of fact, I need to fix this. I think it's /W. Nope. No, I'll have to look at the commands for the water world stuff. All right. I don't think that's going to float. So moving into kind of our next. Does an oxygen tank float? That's a good question. Just talking to myself here. Yes. Well, okay, no, those float initially too. Okay, so what happens if I replace you with an oxygen tank? will you float? And then I'll need a battery to power it. Ah, so the regular blocks float a little bit. Alright, alright. What about you guys? Do you guys float? Yes, those do float. Okay. Just off of curiosity. Storage barrels float? Alright, so now we're floating? Oh, apparently now we're floating. Power usage could be better. Heavy overload. Alright, you win, you win. Maybe that's probably part of our issue, is it's just not getting enough power to, Oh, no, maybe I just shouldn't have that. Yeah. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing? Yeah, that's probably why. We'll just kind of throw those right there. Okay, yeah. All right. Now, all right. Now, there's one thing we'll have to kind of sit here and see. So, one of the downsides with this setup of this planet is it's going to make gathering ore a little bit more difficult. I have some solutions, and that is one, the gravel sifter. Which there is no... Oh, I need to check to see if the grappling hook turret is got something from multiplayer. There's no small block for. There is a small block for the nano drill, which is going to be something we're going to need to use for the first part of the game, at least until we get started, or at least until we get our large grid. So that could sit like back there. Okay, cool. That's not that heavy. What do I need to build that? It's the tubes. The tubes are going to be difficult to do. Should I give... Okay, so for the guys that are on the video right now, should I sit here and give everyone a drill starting off? Because with this drill system, it can drill past the ice and hit the rock without needing some weird piston contraption thing. Should I give everyone one drill and have them go from there? Or should I give everyone the resources to make a drill and let them kind of see where they go? Or should I just have everyone fend for themselves and hope you all start next to land? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Leave it up to chance, throw people a bone because of the type of world we're in. And I just realized I don't actually need this many propellers. Nope, that's too much. And then will you... Okay, so that is the effective area of this drill. Okay, good. It goes down deep enough. Oop. Go down. Yep. Only one way to find out. Yep, we're hitting stone. Perfect. It's not a very fast system. All right. Yeah. We'll go ahead and delete this. Yep. Go back up top to the yellow sherb. So we know that whatever version that is the version that works. And now, minus these. We'll get rid of these. So now we add some of the fun bits. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We'll keep the air pockets. Keep these air pockets going. And then what I'm going to do is... throw some of this up here. Here's where I'm going to throw a little bit more of an aggressive. Yeah. Oh, I should be able to... Yeah. Yeah, not only way too many keybinds, if you haven't seen it, what is that, Fox Games? It's all like the navigation wheels and sub-navigation wheels and further sub-navigation. Yeah. Like I said, I have mad respects for the guys that consistently play on the console. It is not for me, especially if they are only using a controller. Well, you know what I could do is go ahead and yeah, and I could throw my little engines down there. Hey, wait, let's see if I can remember how this is said. Is it at gear? Is it at gear? I think that's what it is. I'm doing swell. How about yourself? Hey, by the way, congrats on hitting 1,000. I don't know if I told you that yet. For everyone who else who is in the chat, Mr. At Gear is another content creator for Space Engineers who does some pretty cool stuff. Glad I got that correct. Do I leave that like that? I feel like that's okay. Hey man, you deserve it. Alright. So let's go ahead and throw... I think only one should be fine. And here's what I'm going to... I'm actually going to pull up the beam block. Throw the beam block right up here. Yeah. All right, so what we got here, This is going to be kind of a drop pod for my new kind of series. It's kind of based on the water mod. And I think for the most part, that's kind of every basic thing we need other than the hatch. The parachute hatch. And I still need to figure out if I'm going to give everyone a drill to start off because of the kind of the weird constraints we got going on. There'd only be one drill. I'm not even sure if I'll be keeping all of these blocks. You know, logistics is what I'm looking for. I'll throw one of those up there. Yeah, dude, it is. Edgar, let's see, messed around with the water mod more. You loaded a planet Teal once and attempted to build a boat, but failed horribly. Yes. Yes, I absolutely know that feeling. I was actually going to sit here and extend an offer out to you and your community and see if you guys maybe want to... because there aren't very many good water mod villains. So if you guys maybe would be up for causing some mayhem on me, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But you definitely would be building some boats. But yeah, no, my first attempt at building some boats in this has been terrible, and I figured I'd go ahead and give it another shot. Of course, I decided to do also this water mod kind of adventure, and I already kind of decided on doing this and setting this up, and I'm pretty sure the new Wrong Way Out series will be involving some water. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember watching one of the episodes with Splitsy going through some of the screens, and I could have sworn I saw one of the options being for buoyancy, which is for the water mod. So we'll see. We'll see if that's what the Mr. Splitsy's got in store for everyone. It's a prediction, not for sure. Let's do this. I can't remember. Catwalk, is that? No, it's not. I'm going to go with armor block. Throw some right here for whoever our poor engineers are. Have something to walk on. Sounds interesting. Feel free to send me more details on Discord. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll get with you. I might yeah, like I said, I reach out to you and your community, so I'd love to see what you guys can come up with. I've seen some pretty amazing stuff out of you and Engineered Coffee? Yeah, engineered coffee. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this guy on for a test. And then if that works, then we're going to... Slow down here. I feel like I shaved off a lot of weight, so it should float better. Nope. It is not. Probably because I have these big gaping holes in the front. There we go. Still 100% usage, but we're going. Which, honestly, I think I'm fine with. If we're maxing out power usage, I think that's okay. But hell yeah, we got ourselves well, not even a starting rover, a starting ship. We can maneuver around, and I think I am going to let people start off with a drill. Because yeah, once we get the water, once we get the water up and going, it's not going to be too bad. But it's going to be. It's either going to be let everyone start off with this drill, this kind of this nano drill system, or have them do some weird piston drilling contraptions. We'll see. I'm still up in the air. Either way, they're. All right, man. Glad, Mr. Atgear, enjoy your sleep. Have a great day. Let's see. Fox Games. One of these days, I need to join a multiplayer server. 700 plus hours, or more or less solo. Watching a lot of cool group servers. Just haven't been ready yet. Looking forward to watching a water world. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you are looking forward to that. Yeah, honestly, playing multiplayer, it is different, especially with Space Engineers. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm just gonna say we're gonna do it. I will probably move that. Oop. Nope. I like that. And then my forward. Go ahead and do thrust override. Let's check this engine. We're probably overdoing it. Heavy overload. Yeah, probably. So I wonder if we just set. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Gives everyone kind of roughly what they need to start, plus a little bit more. Not really a sub, though. Probably going to have to swap out the name. But should I keep it yellow? Why am I doing that? Let's go ahead and go back to space. All right, so let's do bright, vibrant yellow. Start with some weldless armor. I don't know why. I'm building a lot of yellow lately, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. Especially particularly since it's not a color that I typically am not fond of. But apparently in Space Engineers, I could care less. Yep, that is a good point. Yellow is pretty easy to see. Here's what I can do. Get the plastic armor, right? Sci-fi, weld, plastique. Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. Do all that. Switch back to yellow. Weld this. Oh, I should probably, go. That's all yellow. I'll throw some black batter right there. How's that? Would that look good right there? Probably, yeah. Go back to yellow for this. Oh, and then back to the plastic armor. Let's go ahead and do red wine. See how that looks. I'm not sure. I mean, I think it might be silly for having a small ship with a red line on it, but I mean, you do see them a lot on You think so? I do too. I'll have to go in here and get this part with the paint gun, but yeah. Oh yeah, alright. So, I think right now we're hitting about an hour, 20 minutes into stream. I think right now we're at a good spot to kind of put this on pause. And then what we'll plan on doing next week being Thanksgiving, I will probably still do stream. I'll probably stream on Friday, but what I might end up doing next week is I might make a video on how to, because now that we've built our custom, and I'm using air quotes here, rover, now that we've built our custom rover, we now need to get space engineers to recognize it as a starting ship, which does involve some modification, some modding. So, oh, welcome, Ethan. I'm just kind of finishing up. So you can always kind of go back and watch some. So what I'm going to do is probably next week is I will probably do a video on transitioning and making a ship into a starting rover or starting ship, which does involve kind of some basic mod making. So we'll kind of sit here and see if you're interested in that. Feel free to kind of keep an eye out for that. If not, I'm thinking probably the first week of December, I will be opening up the server for play. So if you are interested in joining the server, feel free to join the Discord, become a Space Camp Dropout today, and we'll get this server up and going. And if right now I only got it limited to a few people, but if I get a lot of people interested, I might open that guy up for quite a few more players. But with all that said, I am the Kilted Bastard. If you've been around for the entire video, thank you. And if you're just joining, I'm sorry, but I do like my sleep. But have a great rest of your night. And yeah, let's have some fun. This is going to be a fantastic time.